Well, we've set up a Tefl program teaching English as a foreign language with people who are asylum seekers. They live in Newbridge in an asylum seeker centre there, and our students do a 40-hour teaching English as a foreign language course, and then they teach one-on-one every Tuesday afternoon for about 2.5 hours, including social and sharing a meal together.
And how have you seen your pupils grow?
Our pupils have grown enormously. I mean, from one point of view, you're reading a news headline and then you're meeting someone who's from that country or that area of conflict. The boys also realise that everybody's equal. I mean, it's a core fundamental Christian belief that everyone's created equal in the image and likeness of God, not necessarily where we're born or into what family we're born. People have different circumstances that affect them. So all we're doing is helping people. I suppose following St Ignatius's core maximum of helping souls.
Brought me to reality a bit, like kind of breaking down the barriers. I didn't really think about them the same way as I do now. I didn't really know a lot about them, so I kind of like the way they live and stuff like that. I would have had preconceived ideas about how they live and how hard it was for them. But now, like, I kind of understand them a bit better, and got to talking to them, so it was good. It's interesting.
For myself, now I'm improving because first I didn't know how to talk and how to pronounce past, future, and the present. Like now, I'm happy because I can speak English and I can know what you are saying. Before it was not like that. That is nice for me.
Are the boys good teachers?
Yes, they are good and they understand because they teach me nicely. Now I know how to speak.
Did it open up your eyes?
Yeah, it really did now, like just hearing all the shocking stories about like the countries that the students come from and all the horrible things that they've had to deal with. And we're here, we've never experienced anything like the murdering or the killings that happened there, and just hearing it firsthand from a person who's experienced it really opened up my eyes.
Oh, it is very nice. I liked it. And the boys are very brilliant. They are teaching us very nicely. You can understand each and everything they are teaching. And we are pushing on well.
Do you find the fact that the boys are teaching you on a one-to-one helpful?
Oh, very much so. It is very helpful.
I've never really spent time with foreigners or learned more about other cultures, so this has been a good experience for learning for me as well as for her.
Conor, you only found out a few minutes really before the lesson started that your pupil had been deported. How did that make you feel? Or where was she from?
She was from Niger, country in Northern Africa, and literally about 10 minutes before the lesson was about to start, Mr. Clark informed us that there was two students that had been deported last week, and I wasn't sure if it was mine or not. And when all the students were getting off the bus, I realised mine wasn't there, and Mr. Clark informed me that it was my student.
How did that make you feel?
Disappointed, annoyed, kind of a bit really strange. I was actually kind of as if mates nearly at one stage with her, and then she just gets put out of the country like she's nothing to it. It's a strange feeling, really.
And do you think that it makes you think, or later on as a young man, you try to do something or you get involved, or what do you think? Yeah,
definitely. I think Clongowes kind of encourages that a lot, to kind of get involved, try and make a change kind of thing. And there's nothing I could do about it at the minute. And I don't know what to think of it really, but I'd say as I get older that this kind of stuff will get to me even more and more, and hopefully I'll go and try and do something about it.
I mean, I'd say Conor is, he's very disappointed because he'd come to know that person well. He'd been working with her over many weeks, and just suddenly at the last minute he didn't know that she had been deported last week. So in talking about it, I could pick up a sense of great disappointment, but underlying that a sense of anger as well. Now you have to keep pushing that through because they're very young, as you say, but something perhaps indelible is happening to them in this process. I think the crucial thing is that they're coming to respect people from a different culture, and the awful kind of, I suppose, caricature. You hear this thing, these protests in the streets about foreigners coming and taking our jobs. My hope is these people won't be saying that they'll be advocates, really struggling for recognition of the rights of these people. Some of them are coming from horrendous situations that we couldn't even begin to imagine. So I would say in terms of justice, it will certainly do a huge amount. The challenge we face in all our programmes, okay, the preparation is very well done. The actual programmes are well done, be it in Lesotho or South Africa or here, be it with those who suffer from serious disability, or then we have asylum seekers. They're very good, positive experiences, and they will change them. It's the reflection on that experience then, getting them to see it in the context of faith. This is what the church is about, that somehow or other this is what the person of Jesus Christ really wants. I've come that there may be one and all may be one. That's challenging. Well, Father Paul Andrews used to always say that we are springtime sowers, we don't reap the harvest. So I would be hopeful that all of these, even if it only impacts a few, some of these could pick up on that and could get out there and really make a difference, make it all worthwhile.
Society has young people labelled as drug addicts and layabouts. From your point of view as an educator, have you faith in young people?
I'd have huge faith in them. I think they're hugely idealistic. They will do anything you ask them to do, present them with any challenge. I've been enormously impressed by the quality of guys that I've seen passing through this school. They have abilities and talents, the ability to speak in public, to speak out, to reflect. So I am hugely hopeful for the future. Now the linking of that to church, to Jesus Christ, that's a challenge.